Probably the game that everyone's been waiting for. I've been told to just barrel through the games, so we're just gonna go. But Smart Ball was. I'm actually running Smart Ball in SGDQ on the middle of the night on the first day. And I actually ran it at AGDQ 2017. So it's kind of cool that the game's coming back after 7 years. But this is like my first major speedrun I ever learned outside of Contra 3, which I didn't really get a good time in that game anyway, so... This is where, like, a game I actually put a lot of effort into, just because it was a game I had in my childhood. Ah, crap. Heart for safety at this point. Oh yeah, it is a Game Freak game. Published by Sony Music. Everyone doesn't own a copy of this game. I've had this game since it came out. I was gifted it for Christmas by my parents, so they knew what they were doing. They knew they were buying me actual good games. I mean, it's been... I know some people have been trying to get... in the past, have been trying to get more people to run this game, but it's... The game has very slippery physics, which tend to make it a little unfriendly. It was in a Super 16. And I think there was maybe one runner that came out of that. So... I don't know if that tells you anything. Wow, we're getting really sick movement. This is cool. Like 2 or 3 seconds behind PB at the moment. That's how much I've run this game. I can calculate like how well I'm doing. There'll be a mistake somewhere else. I'll probably miss the 1 cycle on this boss because this boss is a pain. It's not usually a pain, but my practice attempts have been not good on this boss. But I like to imagine very few people own this game. I was thinking about buying multiple copies of this game and giving them out at GDQs. Like, hey, here's a free game, try it. It's really good, it's not Waldo. We're gonna grab this iron ball. So there's different ball upgrades in this game. I use the red ball on the bird boss, which is not something you have to do. I just do it for safety, not to take damage. So the 1 cycle, this boss, you have to get all the birds. This is not gonna happen. Yeah. So we're gonna 2 cycle. As long as I don't die. There we go. It's like 16 seconds time loss. It's pretty significant. And you just wait. There's really nothing you can do. So we're in the desert stage. We're gonna run past these parts and we're gonna intentionally take damage just to jump and go through that. We're gonna grab the high jump ball, which grants you a high jump ability so long as you keep it. A little stressful jump there. So the physics are wonky in this game, even with jumping. So if you run and jump, you gain additional jump height, and then if you hold up at the apex of your jump, you gain even more jump height. But you have to let control of your movement too. So it's a balance and not that simple. So like in the Japanese version of this game, there's actually towns and NPCs in between each sets of, like after the first level on each there's 2 levels in each world, and there's there's a town with NPCs you can talk to, in between level A and level B. So that's pretty cool. But it was left out of the Japanese version, and there is a translation like hack if you want to like play that in English. It's actually really freaking cool, because after the water stage of water stage A, the town is like inside a whale. I think I did the Great Waldo search for SNES Super Stars one year. That sucked. Last SNES Super Stars I did, I think, 16 games. But I just been like very busy this summer. You might see me again on Monday, we'll see. I have a few games in my back pocket. But thanks for the good luck and the GGs, everyone. We're about 1/3 of the way through this game. But we're on the moon now, just like at the end of Waldo on the NES. So when you have full hearts, your red balls explode on impact. It's kind of cool. Gives you like extra like range. This level's really easy. You just walk forward and avoid the bunny rabbits on the moon, because bunny rabbits totally live on the moon. And then I always considered this to be inside the moon, but I guess it could be considered like the dark side of the moon. And we're just gonna fight the constellation. First phase is pretty easy. I just juggle the iron ball up in the air, and I just aim it towards his butt. That's it. That's just the strat I developed for that boss, that's all. I usually try not to look at other people's speedruns unless there's like something I'm like, oh wow, that's like actually a significant time save. Try to route things on my own sometimes, or I'll just watch a run like one time or a few times and just run it myself. I think it's like kind of cool to try to figure things out on your own, and then like applying other people's strats later. Kind of like makes it like your own process and also a community process at the same time. Self-discovery. That's why I like open world 3D games, is because I like exploring. Not really, that's like the main thing I like about stuff. Like gaming worlds is just exploring the worlds and stuff and trying to find every nook and cranny. There's a skip right here. You jump on the spikes and you skip like a whole section. It's like 12-second time save, because you have to like navigate a room. Like, so that's the sign for the whale town. Yes, we are whalers on the moon. Until Bending Rodriguez starts complaining. I don't know why I grabbed that one up. I have plenty of lives. I'm like, I've ran this game so much, I just kind of zone out sometimes. Because like, sometimes I have to do marathon safe strats and stuff. Like, I got that heart right before this boss. So this is the penguin boss. He's cool, he's got a bow tie. So I just go up in the butt. Just hit him in the butt. That's all. So this is the dreaded ice level. I'm gonna grab this heart for safety and that, I don't know. So you'll see flags with letters on them. So the main character's name is Jerry, and each flag will spell out his name, but also counts as a save, like a checkpoint. There's a naked guy. I mean, that's me. I don't like the heat, I like the cold, so I would totally be naked in the cold with a torch. But we intentionally take damage there for that jump because we want to reach up to this part to grab the high jump and that extra heart, just in case. So we down smushed for that dino and we jumped on the penguin really quick. For whatever reason, when we jump on top of the penguin and we go through, we don't take spike damage. So like, the movement on this level I'm doing is actually really sick. I don't always nail it, and I nailed every single part. So that's really cool. Really proud of that. I'll make my own smart ball. I'm gonna make my own indie game. Just don't replace the M with the H, because that would be bad. No, his name's Jerry. Jelly Boy is a different game, and that game, like, this game is actually good. Jelly Boy, that game is not. It is very, very not good. As much as I want to learn 50 speedruns on the SNES for SNES Super Stars, I don't even want to play Jelly Boy casually. That game is bad. So this is the polar bear. Oh my god. Let's not die. Gah! Alright, so we died. That happens on that boss sometimes. So we gotta take intentional damage and like go in with 2 hearts, so that sucks. So I only have 1 heart for protection. So you... Cool, we did it. So you probably noticed that Jerry has an up attack where he stretches up, and he has a down attack where he smushes down. Putty from the Amiga is an okay game. I'm very particular on my slime and my ball-based games. There's a PC indie game called Slime Song. That's really good. That's another game I've ran. Maybe I'll run Rocket Slime one day. I'm mashing the waterfall. My mashing is not that great right now. Alright, we're good. So we're gonna high jump off that crab up here and skip about 45 seconds. I actually don't even remember how to beat the level casually. A boy and his blob was a thing too. I don't want to talk about that game. I don't think that's a good game. Let's just say that. That dino guy's like, argh. We're grabbing a bunch of hearts for safety. I want to grab 4 red balls if possible. I think 3 should suffice. Just for the boss, it's like easier. If not, I gotta try to avoid taking damage. There's a really good SNES game that's also good that only has like 2 or 3 runners last I checked, called On the Ball. Alright, that's the first phase. Now he's a bonefish. There's a cool PS1 game called Roll Away. It's kind of like a puzzle game. It has a different game, I believe, in Europe. Trying to think of other ball-based games. There's I think it's a SNES game, if I recall, called Balls 3D. That's not a good game, but it has a funny title. So there's a cool skip here with the high jump. You don't do that. So now I gotta freaking avoid the enemy. Alright. So I took damage. You're supposed to just jump up there and not get hit, but whatever. I accidentally went through the door and the global cycle went off. Alright, jump up here. High jump is really useful for that. Grab the empty heart container for safety. We do the upstretch against the wall. Wow, that was unintentional, but it worked. We don't really need the high jump anymore, but I'm holding on to it for this part right here, just so we can get through it a little bit quicker. Any of the dark blocks you can go through. I got 4 hearts, so we're gonna go through here. Try to take only 1 damage, but 2's fine. Because this is like a mid-boss and it's actually not too difficult. I might take 1 damage, only because you need to get really close to do damage. But this is like your brother getting married to the princess, and he's like jealous, so the wizard turns you into a slime or smart ball. That's the story. But this is just an illusion. I think his name's Tom. Get it? Tom and Jerry. So there's a big skip here. It skips most of the beginning. You just go on this pipe right here. It skips like 45 seconds. You can go through those blocks. For whatever reason, you just like squeeze in between them. I remember I ran this game, I think it was a SNES Super Stars, and someone in chat was like, wow, this game looks like it was made in MS Paint, and I'm like, no. I don't think so. So this jump's really hard to do. Oh, we did it, that's sick. We're gonna hold on to the high jump. That's really cool enemy you can kill through screen wrapping, although it's not necessary to kill him. I want to maintain 3 hearts. Let's see if I can. I should be fine as long as I don't jump into a spike pit. So this is the final boss, the wizard. He's got 4 hits. Got 1, 2, 4. Oh, I can't even count. 2, 4. So in the Japanese version, there's a speech right now. So there's like literally dialogue on screen. And then, yeah. So you're just waiting for him to do his speech. You can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes. And then you do phase 2, where he like only is at the top of the screen and creates like a shadow clone of himself. And he has 4 hits again, and then once he gets in the center and you don't move, that's time. So 1915, my PB I think is a 1703, so it was okay. Right? Like this is just like a stylized art style and the SNES graphics, so that's how I think about it. Because there's like different types of like pixel art for the SNES. That's just how I view it. There's gonna be flashing lights warning for the credits. But once you defeat the wizard, you turn back to normal, and your brother's like, oh shit. Oh, sorry. I'm way too casual right now. He's like, oh crap. My bad. And then Jerry's like, it's all good. But that's Smart Ball. It's a really cool game. I really like it, even casually, like when I played it a lot before I started speedrunning it. That'll be it for me. I might come back on Monday, we'll see how my schedule is. I got like 3 or 4 more games up my sleeve. But up next will be, as far as I can tell, Linkameister, and he's like another cool dude that speedruns a lot of stuff on the SNES. So enjoy that, man. Is your smart ball smart?